All right, so today I'm going to be making a big pot of chili. It's been so cold out there lately, I just really need some good comfort food. So I've got my spices here, my other ingredients. I'm getting ready to brown my ground beef. I've got 3 pounds of ground beef to brown. And then I'll drain that and add my other spices and so forth. This is a recipe that I picked up online. And we're going to get started here on that. All right, so now I've got my ground beef in the pot. It's all browned. I did some that was very lean, and then the extra pound was some that was a little more fatty. But I've drained it all. I've got it in my pot. I added 1 large chopped onion, and then I'm going to put in now all of my spices, which I've measured out here according to the recipe. We've got chili powder, paprika, garlic powder, cumin, and salt. And we're just going to add all that in there. And then I'm going to put my lid on. Actually, let's just kind of let that all kind of mix together there just slightly. I'm going to put my lid on, and then we're just going to let this here simmer for about 10 minutes. All right, so now I have my meat here. I've got my onion, my spices. They've been simmering for like 10 minutes. Just kind of letting them get acquainted with each other. It's like, hello meat, hello onion, hello spices. Let's do this thing. We can do this. So they're all acquainted. They're enjoying themselves. And now I'm going to add in 2 cans of chili beans. And they have been drained and rinsed. And the reason you want to do that is because you don't want too much sodium. There's plenty of sodium as there is. We don't want to add extra for various health reasons. And also because the sauce from those beans can potentially change the whole flavor of our recipe and give us different flavors that we don't necessarily want. So we don't want to do that. And the next thing we're going to do is add in 48 ounces of tomato juice. So that's just 16 ounces, and I'll do 2 more of these. All right, so here is my last 2 cups of tomato juice that we're going to add in there. And the recipe called for a couple of small cans of mushrooms. I'm not a huge fan of mushrooms in my chili, so I'm going to leave that out. I could see using those in spaghetti sauce, but not necessarily chili. However, if I like this recipe, I may, the next time I try it, add in some small cans of like stewed tomatoes or something like that. But I am going to add in a couple of bay leaves. And we'll just add those in there, let them cook. And then before we actually serve it, we can remove the bay leaves. And I'm just going to kind of let all that kind of get stirred together there a little bit. I'm going to put my lid back on, and we're going to let that cook on low heat for about half an hour. All right, it's just been sitting here on the stove for the last few hours, just kind of letting all those juices and flavors just kind of meld together. Let's go check this out. All right, you guys, here we are. You know what they say, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, it looks good. I hope I got all the spices and ingredients correct. Let's just hope it tastes good. Here we go. It's good. It's very flavorful. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Tomorrow I'll just whip up a pan of cornbread, and I'll be eating on this all week long. Or I'll have something easy to eat when I come home from work. All right, there we go. Chili.